Greetings guys, coming from Allison's Kitchen. Today I'm doing a coconut bake for you. I went ahead and prepped my ingredients. What I do have here is some oil, butter, sugar, essence, some baking powder, instant yeast, nutmeg, salt, spice. I have some full cream milk, and I went ahead and blend my coconut in my blender, and this here is my flour. So to my flour I'm going to combine all of my dry ingredients. So this here is my baking powder, my instant yeast, my salt, spice, nutmeg, and sugar. Now guys, I'm going to combine all of my dry ingredients together, combining it and mixing it properly with my spatula. Now to this I'm going to add my unsalted butter. Now I was using my spatula but it wasn't working for me, so I went in with my hands, and my hands are clean and I am cooking for my family, so I do not need to use any gloves. So I combined all of my butter together properly, and then I went in with my blended coconut and I mixed this. If you notice, I'm using my fingers to just rub all of the flour and the coconut together. And then for my wet ingredients, I added my essence to my milk, and then I went in with all of it. No, I didn't leave back any. I used all. It was just enough for the flour, right? So I kneaded this, and then I added my oil to this. Now I knead my flour for about, let me say, about 3 minutes, and then I added the oil, right? So I give it another knead for about another 2 minutes, and then I let this sit. Now I cover this with a damp paper towel. That is to keep in all the moisture, so that your bread wouldn't be hard and stuff like that, or your bake wouldn't be hard and stuff like that, or come out stiff, right? So I covered it with the damp paper towel and the tea cloth, and then I let it rest, double in size, for about an hour. So I give it another knead after it was risen, and then I floured my surface, and I went ahead to knead this again for about 2 to 3 minutes until it reached a smooth layer. So I went ahead and cut this. I separated this into 4 equal doughs, and then I kneaded all of this. Well, not kneaded, but I ball it out until it is smooth in consistency, right? So I also let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. I didn't let this sit too long, right? Now the reason being is so that it would be easier to open out, so that I could get to put it on my pan. Now I went ahead and greased my trays, and I opened out my bake. Now I don't like my bake too thick, neither too thin. So this here is just fine. So I went ahead and I used my fork. Now I never know the reason why people would use the fork to score the flour, but I always say it's probably, for presentation. I don't know. It look pretty when you do it anyways. So I did it with all of my bacon. And then I left this to raise for about an hour, and then I went ahead and preheated my oven to 240 degrees, and then I baked that for 45 minutes. So my bake is brown, and then I took it out. While it was hot, I used some butter, which is some unsalted butter, and I just glaze the top of that with the butter. So this here is my first coconut bake that I made. More or less came out the oven, and then I went in and I cut this bake for you all to see what it looks like. So I cut it in 4 pieces, and guys, this is the finished product. If you notice, this is very airy, fluffy. It is not tough. Now this here is my second bake. That's the last set of bake that I took out, and I also went ahead and glazed that with some butter, and then I went in and cut it. So now I'm going to give you a little look as to what it looked like. I didn't show you the underneath of the other one, but this is the underneath of it and the top. Notice how soft and airy this is. Now I break a piece of it for you all to see. It's very soft, and this is the finished product of my coconut bake. So I went ahead and I did a little plating with some saltfish bulgur that I made. This here I put some in the middle, and when I tell you that thing tastes good, it tastes real good. Trust what I tell you. You follow the ingredients, you do whatever I did, and believe me, you will enjoy your bake, right? So this here is the finished product. And guys, thanks for watching. You want to see more of my recipes, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share. Thank you guys. Be blessed.